Hey everyone, Actos here for another video on Sword of Convallaria. Today I want to talk about Simona. I'm gonna give you the details on the skills to use and to take with the different ranks, the build I am using, the gear, the engravings. Then I'm gonna talk about the different teams you can build around her and in what content she is great. So we are gonna see everything in detail during that video. First of all, let's talk about her trait. She will get some more attack and defense, and at the start of the turn, with 2 turns of cooldowns, she will get the Armor of Ice, giving her 60% of her magical attack as a physical shield, and the immunity to frosty tiles. Also, every time she will get hit by a melee attack, she will inflict a move down 1 on the attacker for 2 turns, reducing their movement by 1 tile. With the 1 star, she will get 5% attack and defense, and 2 turns of cooldown on the Armor of Ice. When you get the 3 stars, you will have a 10% more attack and defense, and another effect. When she is dying after being attacked, she will immediately cast the Armor of Ice. Can be activated 1 time per battle. And finally, when you have the 5 stars on her, you will get 15% more attack and defense, and when you have a shield, she will also get 10% more attack and defense and be immune to attribute debuffs. On rank 1, you want to take first the skill on the left, the Icy Blast. 75% AoE magical damage to all enemies in a 2x3 area in front, and lowering their speed by 1 and movement by 1 for 2 turns. And you are also knocking the targets back 2 tiles. By the way, you have the exact same skill on the Ice Priest, so if you want to use both heroes in the Tower of Conquest, for example, you will have a great advantage over the opponent. On rank 3, you have 2 great skills, so generally I recommend to use one Castalia to unlock the 2 skills, because depending on the situations, you will use both of them. The skill on the left, the Ice Assault, is an instant skill. She will select 1 tile within a cross-shaped range around her and charge it to the location. She will deal some damage based on her physical shield. So the bigger the shield you have on her, the bigger the damage you will inflict on the enemies. And after casting that skill, she will get Warrior of Frost, reducing the damage taken by 30% and increasing her movement by 1 tile when on frosty tiles. On the other hand, you have the Ice Maid Armor. She will select all heroes within the 3x4 area in front of her and the 3 tiles around her to the left and the right, and apply on them the Armor of Ice and Regeneration 1. So they will have a 60% of her own magical attack as a shield on them, and immunity to frosty tiles as well. And when being hit, they will apply on the target move down 1 for 2 turns, and thanks to Regeneration 1, they will heal 10% of their max HP at the end of their turn. And if she already had Armor of Ice before casting that skill, she will decrease by 1 the energy consumed by using that skill. On rank 5, you want to take the skill on the left, Ice Shards. When the Armor of Ice is destroyed on her, she will inflict 50% magical damage to all enemies around her and inflict move down 3 on them for 1 turn. On rank 7, one more time you want to take the skill on the left, Flash Freezing. Single target attack, 80% magical damage, and inflicts a move down 3 for 2 turns. If the target already had move down, additionally inflict Frozen for 2 turns. Frozen units cannot take any action or be passed through and gains immunity to all physical damage, and if you want to disable that effect, you need to use some fire damage. On rank 9, I prefer going for the skill on the left, Ice Maid Sword. Single target attack, Simona deals 110% damage, and if she is attacking enemies with move down or who are currently on frosty tiles, the damage she deals is increased by 30%. And finally, on rank 11, you want to take the big AoE attack. 70% ice damage to all enemies within a 5x3 area in front of her, and then she summons an ice wall on the 3 center tiles, and if the tile is occupied, she will inflict Frozen on the target for 1 turn. You have pretty nice damage with that skill, and you can control the movement of enemies. So now you have on the right the skills I'm generally using. So that basic attack, a really nice one, that reaction, and generally I'm switching one of these to use the instant attack. It depends on the content. This is an instant skill, so if you want to maximize your damage and place your units, you can use that, especially in the Tower of Conquest, so you can reach enemies and then push them using that skill. So then it depends. You can remove the shield or you can remove the AoE attack. It's up to you to decide what skill you want to use depending on the content. But in the Tower of Conquest, sometimes it's great to use that skill instead of the shield, because even with the shield, you might take a lot of damage on your guys and so having more attack and more placement can be better. Now, time to talk about the gear. For the weapon, I'm using the Starry Sky Heritage, giving her some extra HP and magical attack equal to a percentage of the max HP at the start of the battle. In my case, that one is 4 stars, so it's giving to me 5% more HP and 6% of my HP is converted into magical attack. For the Trinket, I am using the Mysterious Deflection device. That one is reducing the damage taken from ranged attacks by 10% because it is 4 stars. Otherwise, if you don't want to use that one because you don't have it, and if you have the Origin Hourglass, if you want to have more damage, you can use that one instead. With 1 star, you are getting 2% more physical and magical attack, so by upgrading it, you will have even more, and you will have an immunity to move down and speed down. Otherwise, you have some others that can be great on her. That one, the Spring Peel, if you want to heal using an instant skill and dispel some debuffs on you, this one is great. Or if you want to deal a bit more damage during your turn, you can use the Flying Blade Arm Guard to deal some piercing damage with an instant skill. For the Tarot Whisper, I'm using the Dream of the Magician. Increases damage by 8%. And when you hit multiple enemies, the damage are gonna increase from 4% extra damage to 12%. And if you have a legendary Tarot Whisper, if you unlock the legendary skill at the end, you are gonna change the effect and have even more damage. 16% instead of 8%, and for each enemy hit, from 8% more damage to 24%. And for the substats, you want to focus on the magical attack first. For the engravings, I'm using the Sword and the Cup to have a 5% extra damage without any condition. So you have that all the time. And to have some life steal, really important, because when you have only one healer in battle, and if your healer died, for example, in a PvP battle, soon we are gonna have the real-time PvP, so you want to make sure to still have some heals on your heroes, and 15% of life steal is still pretty strong. So this is why that one is one of my favorite one. For the substats on the engravings, of course, you want one more time to focus on the magical attack. That one, for example, my sword is giving to me an extra 13% magical attack. And then you want to have some defensive stats, such as physical defense and magical defense. The pentacle on my Trinket is giving to me an extra 8% physical defense and 10% magical defense. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get some more magical attack here. But whatever, now I have more stats, I can survive longer in battle, and so I'm gonna be more efficient. Talking about her stats now, she is the fastest unit we currently have in the game, just a bit faster than the Ice Priest, which one had 270 speed, she has the 271. So now, let's talk about the team composition. She is from the Union category, and inside you have Gloria. Of course, if you check her skills, on rank 7, she has a leader's aura, increasing your attack by 10% and 20% more defense for the Union characters in battle. But if you have Gloria, you want to make sure to use her and activate her own leader's aura, because you will have the 10% extra attack and 20% more defense on all your heroes from the Union, but Gloria's aura will also increase by 12% the damage of all your heroes from the Union and decrease the damage of struckbacks by 24%. Outside of that, Gloria has many buffs to apply on your heroes, some more attacks, some more defense, and can restore some energy depending on the skills she has, so you want to make sure to put Gloria in your team if you have Simona. Then if you want to control a bit more the battlefield, you can put the Ice Priest in your team, so you will have more frost tiles on the ground and you can push more enemies at once, because they both have that great skill, pushing multiple enemies in a great area. These two units are gonna just destroy the Tower of Conquest. Then for the healer, you want to use Angel if you don't have Inanna. And even if you have Inanna, Angel is a great hero to heal your guys. Inanna is just gonna summon an extra tank for your team and apply some more buffs and heal a bit more if you have the ultimate on her that you unlock on rank 11. In terms of content now, she is gonna perform really well in the Tower of Conquest, one of the best heroes to have for that content, of course, and if you pair her with the Ice Priest, as I said before, you are gonna destroy that content. Then, for every other content with multiple enemies inside, she will perform really nice. But if you try to face a boss with her, she is clearly not the best hero to take in your team. Of course, you will have a bit more shield, physical shield on your heroes, but this is the only thing she's gonna do because her damage are not gonna be insane for boss fights. But for the Tarot dungeons, she is gonna perform great. And by the way, I still have to complete that stage, so let's do that together. So this is the team I am using generally. I have my Rawia because she is my main damage dealer with Beryl inside. They are both from the Sword of Convallaria, and so on my Rawia, I am using that aura. So my Beryl will deal even more damage, and you will see that she will deal insane damage to enemies. She is my best damage dealer. This is what I am currently using on her, and she is gonna destroy everyone. Then I'm using my Gloria with the skills I told you before. So I have the leader's aura to have more stuff on my Simona, and I have that skill to buff my heroes, the flag to throw to have more defense and attack on my guys and to deal more damage on enemies, and some more AoE attacks on her. And finally on Simona, on that fight, I am gonna use that. Or instead of that, I'm just gonna replace it. I'm gonna use the instant skill. Let's use that. And finally on my Inanna, I'm using that skill to have more attack and defense on my guys when they are together. I'm using that AoE skill to heal my heroes, and that one to give an extra turn to one of my hero. And more attack and magical defense. So without further ado, let's run the fight and let's see how does it work. Okay, so round 1. I'm just gonna go on that tile with her, and look at that. I'm applying the shield on all my heroes, so now they are prepared to receive a lot of physical damage. So this is a great skill. With the other heroes, I just want to move a bit forward, so enemies are coming to me, and now they are a bit closer, so I'm gonna start dealing some damage. But before, with Gloria, let's buff my heroes, reduce the damage they take with that skill and increase a bit their attack. And now with my Rawia, let's buff her crit rate and fall on the enemies. I'm gonna avoid moving too close to that guy, otherwise I'm gonna have to tank some damage on next turn. Look at the damage taken. This is completely crazy. He has 9,900 HP and she's gonna deal crit 9,000. One shot. This is so strong. She destroyed the enemy. And now turn to my Beryl and look at the damage. Half the HP of the target with only one skill. No crit. No crit, more than half the HP. This is so freaking strong. Okay, so now time to buff my heroes with my Inanna. So I'm gonna use the co-attack and co-defense skill. And now I'm just gonna wait for that guy to come on contact. With her, I just want to cast the basic attack here and kill that god. Pretty nice. And now the other guy should come to me. So just in case, I'm gonna put that god here and protect my hero. So he's gonna tank the damage for the others. Okay, that was an AoE attack, so I had nothing to tank. Let's cast the flag on that tile. So now I have a bit more attack and defense than without throwing the flag. I had only 10% attack and defense with the aura, flag waving aura. I think it's called like this. And now I have a bit more. So I forgot to change my basic attack skill with Rawia. She would deal a bit more damage. Look at the damage of Beryl. No crit at all. So now I have to finish that god off. So just cast that with my Inanna to deal a bit more damage. Now it's my Simona's turn, so let's just finish that guy off. 12,000 HP in damage? Wasn't expecting that. I saved a lot of tactic points, so now the goal is gonna be to kill the other minions and target the one in the middle. Otherwise, that enemy, that boss, is gonna receive a lot of buffs and he's just gonna one-shot my heroes, and I want to avoid that. But if I go too close, they are all gonna fall on me and they are gonna kill me. I want to avoid that as well. I have a lot of tactic points, so I can cast the flag, and this is something that I'm gonna do a bit later. So I'm just gonna move a bit closer to them, but not too close. And now I just have to let them come to me. So with her, I'm gonna cast the ultimate. And can I cast it directly here? Yes, I can. So let's cast that here. So I'm gonna target 3 enemies at once. Okay, pretty cool damage. I have that ice wall now. Let's come closer with the god and defend. Now I'm gonna do some AoE damage. Should I? Or cast that again? Yeah, I'm gonna cast that again to have a bit more movement on my guys. and use that here. It's an AoE attack, so I can attack the one behind. So I need to heal her again, so cast the Urgent Order on my Inanna. I'm gonna cast that skill to reduce the damage taken. So I'm just gonna move here, cast that on that tile. That's perfect. Now come over there and cast the shield on all my guys. So let's cast that attack here. They are gonna swap their positions. No, okay, fine, he's dead. So let's come closer and use that skill. I need to heal, so Urgent Order on my Inanna. Let's stand by here with Simona. Heal everyone. Perfect. Now I'm gonna try to deal some more AoE damage to them. So let's come closer with my Gloria. Cast the flag on that tile. Come here with Rowia and start attacking that enemy. Let's do some more damage. Okay, he is not taking a lot of damage because that's a Watcher. So unfortunately, I can't do anything with my Burial. So I'm just gonna move closer to the other enemies and stand by. Come on contact and start attacking the boss in the middle. I almost lost my Simona, but it's okay. Let's do some AoE damage with Gloria. That skill Urgent Order on my Inanna and cast the big AoE attack, so I'm gonna kill the boss. I'm gonna lose my Simona, I have no choice. Let's heal my Inanna using her Trinket. I can give an extra turn to my Simona and cast the shield that time. Okay, that's perfect. He attacked the ice block. So now I can do some more AoE damage with my Gloria. Turn to my Rowia. Let's deal some more damage to that guy. Now it's Burial's turn, so maybe I can kill him. But I have no backtrack anymore, so if I can't kill him, he is probably gonna kill my Burial. So let's pray. Perfect. Only 2 enemies left. Okay, so let's move here and use that skill. So I'm gonna teleport and reduce the damage taken. I need to heal again, so let's cast that on my Inanna. Use the basic attack on the boss. No counter attack. I'm gonna move 1 tile here and cast a co-attack and co-defense with Inanna. Still alive. I need to kill the minion, but I'm gonna cast that before. Okay, only the boss remaining, but I need to kill him within 2 turns. So let's cast a March command so I can come closer. There is no way I can kill him in time before the end of the turn 11. Let's cast the ultimate with my Burial. Really nice damage, but unfortunately I don't think that it's gonna be enough to kill him in time. Urgent Order on Inanna. More magical damage. With Inanna, I have no choice. I have to cast that on my Simona to give her an extra turn and deal some more magical damage. He's almost dead. So let's cast that to have a bit more attack on my Burial. But now I need to one-shot him with Burial if I want to kill him before the end of the turn. Yeah, he has a physical shield, so unfortunately, I can't do better than that. And no, I can't kill him before the end. So let's confirm the attack. No crit, round 12, so I lost the 3rd star. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to kill the boss in time before the end of the 11th round. I'm gonna focus on that today. I'm gonna try to beat that so I can farm more Tarot Whispers over time. And now let's go in Clash and let's see how she can perform. Level 56, so let's try that fight. Okay, so we have a Burial and a Samantha to deal some magical damage, and then we have only physical damage, so normally she should be really nice here. So I'm gonna take the March Command skill and the Urgent Order. This is really important here. Let's use these units and let's see how does it work. So let's do that. Only my Rowia won't have the shield. It's okay. I have no healer for that attack, so I have to be careful. So let's cast that shield on my Simona, so she's gonna have a bit more damage later. Okay, let's stand by here. Let them come to me. Let's put some more buffs on my guys. Come a bit closer with Gloria. And now they are starting to come. So let's cast the March command. Move there and attack Gloria. Try to kill her. Okay, that's perfect. A one-shot with my Burial. So let's move back. They are coming closer, so let's come here with my Eda. Cast that on them to reduce their movement and their speed. And let's buff my guys. And now, turn to my Simona. So let's come closer to them and cast the ultimate. I can cast it there and look at the damage they are gonna take. So there we go. Let's check the damage. Really nice. And 2 are frozen, giving me a huge advantage. I'm gonna take way less damage. I can just focus on the others. So let's come there with my Nergal, lower the attack and increase the damage taken of Burial. Cast the alert. Come a bit closer with Gloria. I'm gonna move on the fire. I don't care that much. And I'm gonna cast the flag here and deal some more damage to them. Perfect. 2 are dead. Move closer. Come closer with all my heroes. I'm taking a lot of fire damage, but I don't care that much. Can I attack Simona? No. The way is blocked by the flag, so unfortunately I can't do anything with her. Let's move with Eda as well and finish off Faker. Move on that tile. Charge on Samantha. One-shot Samantha. Okay, she healed again. That's her passive. It's normal. So let's just stand by. Switch positions. Finish Samantha. Come a bit closer and heal because I'm taking a lot of fire damage. Stand by. And with Burial, can I attack him? Yes, I can. 1 enemy only, so crazy damage. And now the fight is over. So let's do it in auto. And this is gonna be everything for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day, guys, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.